At it again, and we've got to talk about Stephen A. Smith and Charles Barkley, because now post-election they're all of a sudden sipping a bit of truth serum. In Charles Barkley, man, he gives the Democrats a bit of advice that is absolutely hilarious, and we'll get into that. But before we hop into that, I want to play a couple of clips of what Stephen A. recently had to say, and then we'll get into some Charles Barkley, because it's just interesting how this all happens after the election. Like, they couldn't just speak the truth before, but, you know, it is what it is. With that being said, let's dive in.
All these celebrities, Jennifer Lopez, Beyonce, Oprah.
If we don't show up tomorrow, it is entirely possible that we will not have the opportunity to ever cast a ballot again.
You're going to look an audience in the face and you're going to tell them that if you vote for Donald Trump, you may not ever be able to cast a vote again. Who believed that? Who believed that coming from Oprah? Truly, who believed that? This is the kind of stuff that alienates an electorate, that alienates a vote or a voter. Because the freedom that you tell them they have, you try to confiscate morally by letting them know you ain't worth a damn unless you vote the way we say you should vote. Who's going to go for that in a general election with an economy rife with inflation, with over 12 million people coming crossing the borders, with people wondering about their dollars, the dollars that they earn, the dollars that they have in their pocket, the value of that dollar dissipating before our very eyes. But in the same breath, you're telling them that you got to take even more money out of their pocket to finance immigrants that come all across the border illegally at the behest of the Democratic Party, looking to secure a voting block. Did you think that would work?
I mean, he's making a good point there, but it's just like, bro, why weren't you saying all of this before the election happened? We all could see this stuff before, like threat to democracy. What? First off, we don't even live in a democracy. We live in a constitutional republic. That's first thing. But then also, like, just all this fear mongering. This is going to be the last election. You guys are going to be able to vote again. Stop it. Like, it's like... It's almost as if people, like some folks, like Oprah herself, forgot that Trump was already president once. And I literally got into an argument with somebody about this. I was like, did you forget he was already president before, right? Like, he was already there. And even in a video, I dropped the YouTube short. And if you don't watch my YouTube shorts, definitely check them out. But I dropped the YouTube short a while back of a guy, I can't even think of his name right now. But he made a great point. This whole dictator stuff. Once again, Trump was already there. Dictators don't leave office. Ask Putin, right? Like, he was already there. Trump could have said, hey, y'all gonna have to drag me out of here, a cold, dead corpse, before I walk out of this White House. But he didn't. But of course, they want to talk about everything else except for the bottom line. And the bottom line is that when it came time for Trump to leave, he left. Nobody on the left side ever wants to talk about the bottom line. They well, Trump fought this, Trump fought that. So did Stacey Abrams. Hillary Clinton was out here saying Trump was an illegitimate president. I got the clips. I put them in YouTube Shorts, so they're out there. I'm not lying. A lot of these folks said, "Oh, Trump lost. It was Russia interfering in the election, and that's the only reason why Trump blah 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 blah. You know, he's illegitimate. All this stuff." But they never want to talk about the bottom line with Trump, and that is when it came time to leave, he left. Dictators don't leave; they stay, and they dare you. They dare you to do something about it. That's not what Trump did. But anyway, let's hop into this next clip from Stephen A. Check it out.
She lost 31 states. He swept the swing states, the blue states. Got 312 electoral college votes. Ladies and gentlemen, excuse my language. That is an ass whipping. That is what that is. There is no way around it, which means that there needs to be an autopsy done on a Democratic Party. Because you see, I'm not necessarily happy that Donald Trump win, but I'm a gracious loser. And more importantly than anything else, I'm about what's in the best interest of the country. And if the country decidedly picked one candidate over another, we have no choice but to pay attention to that. This wasn't some close race to be debated. They were projecting that Donald Trump was going to lose and potentially that the outcome wouldn't be decided for a minimum of 5 days and possibly as long as a week. Ladies and gentlemen, the results came in 5 hours.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I still remember that moment. Laying in bed, watching it all play out, and it officially being announced that Trump won Pennsylvania, and it was over. It was cooked. Finito. Because I fell asleep early and ended up waking up and not being able to fall back to sleep. I think I told you guys that whole story. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I knew it was a wrap, or basically going to be a Trump win, when the numbers were coming in from Florida, Nevada, and then I analyzed the numbers from Pennsylvania as far as, Republicans versus Democrats showing up to vote, and Republicans were dominating in Miami-Dade County. Like, what? Where Miami is? Like, Republicans are dominating? That doesn't make any sense. Republican or Trump winning in Nevada early on. Whoa, that's crazy. Typically Trump is behind, early on. Trump only being down by 400,000 votes, which to people who don't know the backstory on Pennsylvania, being down 400,000 may be kind of scary. Maybe like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. But no, that was actually a good thing, because in 2020, Trump was down 1.1 million. So he cut that lead in more than half, and he only lost the state by 80,000 votes. So, I mean, just simple math. You don't have to be a math whiz to know that, oh, he's got this in a bag. Now, of course, I'm still new to politics, so I was cautiously optimistic. I don't want to overstep my bridges, but I'm like, yo, he's got the math here. The numbers are there. And then on top of that, I'm seeing what the RNC is doing. Michael Watley and Laura Trump being on top of everything. I mean, filing lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit whenever there's any type of shenanigans going on. Like, they're on it, like, instantly. Like, they ain't waiting. Pennsylvania tried to close the polls early. Hey, nope, lawsuit. No, lawsuit instantly. Pennsylvania tried to stop the count like the night of. Nope. Lawsuit, we're taking you to court instantly. Judge, nope, keep the count going. Got to keep counting. Like, they were on it. I'm like, okay, it's looking darn good. It's looking darn good. And, I had some people over, and like I said before, they asked me, what do you think? How do you think this is going to play out? Because people were nervous. And literally, my exact words were something to the effect of, Trump has a better shot at blowing Kamala out than he does at losing. It's more likely that he's going to blow Kamala out than he will lose. Like, he has a shot at losing, of course, but he has a much better shot at blowing her out, like it not even being close, which it wasn't close. And one could argue that it should have been an even more of a blowout because of the census and it being messed up and not having some of the electoral college numbers. Like, Florida is owed like 1 or 2 electoral college votes. Same thing with Texas. New York should be down 1. California should be down another 1. It's like Connecticut is down another 1. So there was like a swing of like 5 more electoral college votes that Trump should have had that he didn't have. Now, obviously, he didn't need them, but if the situation occurred, and I heard people talking about it, if it was super close, then I think Florida would have made the case, we're owed some electoral college votes because of the census that y'all messed up, and y'all admitted it already. So that also needs to be fixed. But here is Charles Barkley in what he recently had to say that I thought was absolutely hilarious. Check it out.
Okay. I want to congratulate President-elect Trump. Y'all won fair and square. I want to congratulate you. I want you to do the best for the American people because I got some numbers here. 75 million people voted for President-elect Trump. 71 million people voted for Kamala Harris. So it's not a contest in my eyes where I want all 75 and 71 million to be successful. They're all Americans. He's the president of the United States, and I wish him nothing but the best. But we lost. And I just want to say this to the Democrats, which I'm an independent who voted Democratic. Do me this favor. Shut the up. When you win, you get to say what you want to. When you lose, you need to shut the hell up. Oh, President Biden they didn't get him out the race soon enough. Kamala didn't do this. We lost because we had no game plan. We still haven't solved the immigration problem, have no viable answers, never addressed inflation, bringing all these stupid stars out to rally the vote. What was that? Hey, I love Beyonce. What's bringing her out? That ain't gonna make me vote a certain way. Cardi B, I like Cardi B. That ain't gonna make me vote a certain type of way. You guys lost because y'all stupid. Come up with solutions. I don't think everybody voted for Trump is racist or whatever. I'm not a fan of the guy, but he's the president. I'm gonna have to respect the office.
Oh, man. Yeah. Hilarious, right? Hilarious. And, he said something that I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot of Democrats say the same line. And it is, well, leading up to the election, I heard a lot of Democrats say it. And that is, I'm independent. I'm independent. And it's like, bro, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're not independent. You're not. You're a Democrat. Stop lying. You just know you look like an idiot saying that you vote Democrat. Like, it was so frustrating to hear people say, oh, no, I'm just an independent, while completely making up a bunch of BS to prop up Kamala and make up stuff about Trump. Oh, J6, Trump bad. He wants to be a dictator. The same old lines that all Democrats spew out. And it's like, bro, you're a Democrat. You're a Democrat. You're not an independent. You're not. Because independents could see through the BS. Independents could say, yeah, I do like some Democrats, but I also see that there's a lot of lies out on Trump. Independents wouldn't just spew the same talking points that Democrats spew out. That's not a true independent. At least in my mind, that's not an independent. That's a Democrat. But a lot of Democrats were out here saying, I'm just an independent. I'm just independent. No, you're not. Stop. But he also is right. The Democrat establishment, they're stupid. They thought that they could spend millions of dollars on a bunch of celebrity endorsements, and that was going to convince us to vote a certain way. And they found out the hard way that we don't care. Gone are the days of celebrity endorsements meaning anything. Come next election, I guarantee you none of these celebrities that you saw come out and support Kamala will be coming out to support the next Democrat, whoever that is. Maybe it's Kamala again. I heard rumors that maybe Kamala comes back. I doubt it, but I hope so. Bring her back. Yeah, we'll beat her again. Woo, man, bring her back, please. But it's so silly, man. It's so silly. Like, None of these folks are going to come out and endorse any type of Democrat. None of them. But they all came out this last time, and we're like so concerned. Oh my goodness, the country, blah, blah, blah. I love Kamala. She's so great, blah, blah, blah. Bro, you got paid. You're paid. Kamala blew through over $1 billion. Just stop and think about that for a minute. Kamala blew through over $1 billion in 3 months. In 3 months. And she's $20 million in debt. Like, bro, what? And people thought she was going to take us out of inflation and run this country very, very well. She couldn't even manage $1 billion. That is insane. Absolute bro, that's insanity. $1 billion, bro, in 3 months. Like, what are you spending that on? That is ridiculous. That is an absurd amount of money, first off. But it's even more absurd that you burn through it in 90 days. And really, it was probably less time than that. I mean, if you think about it, because she didn't make the billion right up front. You know, that billion was earned over time. So, yeah, like 90 days, burn through $1 billion. That is insanity. And there's some folks in this country that believe she was going to run this country well. Yeah, we dodged the bullet with that one. Boy, I tell you. Whoo, man. We dodged a major bullet with that one. And you can see it on the world stage, how all of these different things are happening. Putin's talking about peace talks. China's saying that the president, Xi Jinping, whatever his name is talking about having a good relationship with the U.S. Hamas talking about a ceasefire. Zelensky talking about some peace talks as well. You had companies who were saying, yeah, we're going to stop so much production in China, and, you know, to avoid some of these tariffs, we're possibly going to bring some production back here to America. Like, so many different things have already fallen into place, and this guy's not even president yet. He's not even the president. He literally saved freedom of speech in Australia, and he's not even the president. And I'm not joking. I actually posted the YouTube short of the Australian, you know, government, parliament, whatever you want to call it, bringing about a bill that, in short, would, you know, put some restrictions on freedom of speech. And the guy was like, well, Trump just won. And he said, hey, if we don't fall in line, then there's going to be some consequences to us not respecting freedom of speech. And so that basically makes this bill dead on arrival. Like, literally, this is in Australia. He's not even the president yet. So, hey, to anybody living in the land down under, you're welcome. He's not even the president. It's just like so many things have like fallen into place, and it's like, yo, this is what the world needed. It's what the world needed, and I'm happy that I was here to witness it. So happy I was here to witness it and take part in it to a very small extent. So fun, and I look forward to doing it more. But as always, y'all let me know your thoughts and your opinions. Peace and love. I'm out.